after 7 matches, our form in the league hasn't been too bad. Let's go have a look. Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of our non-league to legend save, where we start in non-league management and attempt to go on and win the Champions League. We have played 7 games so far in the National League. Last time you were with me, we played the matches against Yeovil and Bromley, which were the first 2 matches of the season. We've since played against Jesfield, Torquay, Solihull Moors, Hemel Hempstead and Gateshead. And as you can see, while we're not winning every game, we haven't lost any yet either. Definitely think we are dominating possession a lot more, and we're looking a lot better in attack with the 4-3-3 this season. So I think it is a good formation change. See, when we do win, we are winning quite comfortably. The matches that we are drawing, they aren't high score matches. The most we've conceded in a match so far this season is 2. Most matches we're conceding maybe 1 or none at all, so we are doing quite well. Not a lot else has happened. There's a few transfery bits going on, but nothing really much to report at the moment. Ronaldo Taraj has come and said he wants to leave the club, so we've put him out for a transfer. If he leaves, that's fine. We've already got Cozier Duberry who can come in as the backup, and we've got Morgan who's our starting left winger at the moment. So it won't be a great loss, and again, it's a player we got on a free, so if we can go and get some money for him, it all benefits the club. For now though, we're going to go and get our first match of the episode underway. It is a National League match against Weymouth. This is the team we're going to be using for that match. We've got a Scott in goal, a back 4 of Alici, Johnson, Martinez and Clark, Murphy, Owens and McLeod in midfield, Morgan out on the left, Hilton out on the right and Thomas up front. Just to point out as well, Josh Thomas so far 6 goals in 6 appearances for the club. He's also got an assist to his name, 7.6 rating. He looks like, at least at this point, he is the guy that we needed up front going forward. I've very much over the last season especially have said about we have a recognised striker, but we don't really have anyone that will consistently pump in goals. 6 from 6. Can't ask for a lot more than that, so hopefully he continues with that good form. As always guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, it'd be really much appreciated if you could drop a like down below the video. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm and the channel in general. Weymouth have already got a yellow card in this match. They managed a whole 4 minutes, I believe that was, before they got a yellow card. We've also seen a foul here, and it's a highlight for us from the free kick. Thomas here pinging it through to Morgan. Morgan hitting the post. Hilton manages to get a second bite of the cherry, but his hasn't gone in either. Bit unfortunate there. Really should be 1-0 up already. We're not, but we have got them a corner. McLeod onto the head of Johnson, and it's not the best header we will see in this series. We'll put it like that. There's an interesting start to a highlight there with us on the ball. Big cross there into Morgan. Evades pretty much everyone. McLeod has hit the post now as well. I hope it's not going to be that type of match where we absolutely dominate, but we're denied 74 times by the post or the crossbar. Or we just manage to not score ourselves and then concede goals the moment the other team has a shot like this. Really, Scott should be doing better there. I am still finding Scott a little bit questionable in goal. He's definitely the best player we've got there at the moment. But again, if we're going to see dodgy goals like that, then Tom Smith will very soon find himself back in the side. Because we can't be dealing with just conceding dodgy goals constantly. I've said we don't concede more than 1 or 2 a match, but 1 or 2 a match is probably too many. We do want the occasional clean sheet. The winners of a league do tend to grind out results, and it's very hard to grind out result when you are conceding consistently, even if you are scoring consistently, unfortunately. And we are 1-0 down, and we're going in towards half-time 1-0 down. Last attempt here. It's a free kick. We've literally just hit the crossbar or the post again. That's the 3rd time we've seen it. We've got a throw in here. Clark throwing that one into the box. Thomas has managed to get it back to Clark. Into Morgan. Morgan has bundled that one home at the far post. 1-1, or at least we are going into half time making my halftime talk a little bit easier because we have just scored. It's a nice little bit of play here off of a set piece. It's just been kind of dinked into Morgan, put into that space. We also had, I think that's probably Thomas behind him as well, comfortably onside. And yeah, bit better for us. At least we've got that goal. We're a little bit more comfortable there. We're miles ahead on every stat in that one. I think we can be pretty comfortable going out into that second half and hopefully just getting a result. I would be interested as well, and I know there's a way of doing it, but I can't think how it is right now, to see how many times we've actually hit the post or crossbar here. Another throw in from Clark here, much like how we got the first goal. This time not managing to find a Bath City player though in the box. But we have recycled possession quite well. Owens has now got it into the box. Morgan for his second of the game, rifled that one into the top of the net. We do look a lot more threatening up front this season. That front three of Hilton, Morgan and Thomas. Hilton obviously there last season, but wasn't really scoring many goals. He's still not scoring bundles, but he has popped up already with more goals than he scored the entirety of last season. Morgan's very good cutting into the box in that inside forward position, and Thomas is pretty consistent at scoring as well. So we're looking a lot better. 2-1 up here against Weymouth. That's exactly what we want to be seeing. And again with this 4-4-3, 4-3-3, we have dominated possession, 60% possession so far. We're very comfortable at just doing this and building up play nicely, although right as I said it, we lost possession, but we've regained it pretty quickly. There's a ball there played in front of Hilton into Thomas absolutely smashing that one into the back of the goal for his 7th goal in 7 games. Fantastic. He could be he's definitely looking like our 20 goal a season striker, if not more. That was great play as well. Hilton just running onto that one, holding it up long enough for Thomas to get in there. Just blast that one first time past the Weymouth goalkeeper. Really comfortable from us as well. Come out in this second half looking red hot. We probably do need to start thinking about substitutions, if only because our next game I believe is against Aldershot, and Aldershot are second in the league. They performed very well last season. I kind of want to keep players fit for that, so we bring on Will Andiopan for Michael Alici over on the left because he's looking a bit tired. And although he's already scored a goal and I'm very happy with him up front, I'm going to bring on Sam Bell on loan from Bristol City for his debut up front. We'll have a quick look at him, hopefully we get a highlight so we can actually see how he's doing. And it will rest Thomas as well, which is a good side benefit. Corner here then, McLeod into Johnson. Johnson has hit the post as well, but Sam Bell has managed to tap that one in. I was saying we'd have a look at him. It's a pretty easy goal, to be honest. But he has scored on his debut after being on for maybe 10 minutes or so. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Someone who can put the ball in the back of the net fairly consistently if they come on as a substitute. We'll take that. We're also going to take Hilton off and bring on Kosei Duberry just on that right-hand side again, just to rest his little legs. We don't want anyone getting too injured. And we know with the season, the games come thick and fast. So we need to kind of manage fitness when we've got the opportunity to do it. And when you're 4-1 up against Weymouth, I feel that's probably the time you can manage fitness more than you can in the game against Aldershot. Sam Bell here into Morgan. Morgan for his 3rd of the game, but he's hit the post as well. Every highlight we seem to be hitting the post. It's amazing we've even scored 4 goals because we seem to have been denied 5, 6, 7 times there in that game. I was very good. We're going to tell the team it's very good. I don't know if we can see match stats now after this to see how many times we've hit the woodwork in that match, because that seemed like an obscene amount of times to be hitting the woodwork just in the highlights we've seen. There we go. We can see it. We hit the woodwork in that match 5 times. Which that just seems like a lot. 5 times just seems like a lot of times to be hitting the woodwork, but we still managed to come out of it with 4 goals. So we'll move over, ignore that, we'll move over to the match against Aldershot. The prodigal son has forsaken us. Alan, or maybe Steve, I've just seen, is still a free agent after leaving the club at the end of last season and saying he wouldn't re-sign with us. No one has signed him, and he's mulling around, not getting paid, playing the Xbox in his pajamas, I assume, not playing any football. So I approached him and asked him if he wanted to come back to the club, and he's still given us a resounding no and saying he's not interested in coming back because he's only just left. I mean, fair enough, but equally, you're not playing any football. Bit of a shame, because I would have liked to have brought Alan and maybe Steve back to the club, especially as, again, he's not signed anywhere. Wouldn't have had to pay a fee for him, just paid him his wages again, but he doesn't want to come back, so never mind. Anyway, match against Aldershot. This is the team we're going to be using. There's a couple of changes for this match. Scott in goal, back four of Elite, Johnson, Martinez and Bryan, Murphy, Owens and Turner in midfield, Cozier Duberry out on the left, Hilton out on the right, and Thomas up front. Just had to change just because of people being a little bit tired from the match against Weymouth. In an ideal world, though, we just need exactly the same performance that we've just seen in the first match of the episode, and we will be very, very comfortable here. Obviously, this is a bit more stern opposition, so we should say. Aldershot, I think, finished third, fourth, something like that last season. They were in the playoffs either way. They're obviously second at the moment. They're joint first, realistically. They're missing out on the top spot by goal difference only. We ourselves, though, to be fair, we're not doing badly at all. We're fifth place again. I think the problem that we had last season, and I'm seeing other people potentially having their saves, Aldershot hitting the woodwork this time. That's worked in our favour for once. The problem I'm seeing other people having their saves is when you are a part-time club, eventually you get to sort of, I guess, the latter quarter of the season, maybe the second half of the season, and your players start just naturally not being as fit, getting more tired, and the amount of rotation you have to do kind of ruins your squad dynamics, while the rest of the clubs are playing week in, week out, keeping on top of their training where they need to, and we just can't match that. Corner for us here, Johnson missing another one. I might have to change my corners around because Johnson seems to manage to find those crosses from the corners quite often, doesn't put them away very much. Or maybe again, I'm just depressed that Alan or maybe Steve won't come back to the club. It could be that. Maybe Johnson's not actually that bad. I'd love at this point though, if the ball could turn around to us and say, yep, absolutely, we'll pay for us to turn professional, then I'd be happy. The thing is, whenever you sort of turn around to them and go, we'd like to be a professional club, they go, it's a lot of money. Realistically, will we be a Vanarama National team next year? Probably not, because we're probably going to get relegated, so we need to secure ourselves here first. Despite me being just outside the playoffs last season and consistently so far this season at the top, I don't know. I don't know how long, if you were chairman, would you want to see your club in a league before you were convinced that they were staying in that league? You know, like I say, it's not like we're staying in it by the skin of our teeth in season one of being in the Vanarama National League. We did very much come in and kind of dominate the league a bit. I've just realised I didn't put a left or a right winger on the bench, which was a bit stupid of me in hindsight. I've put Morgan's still on here, so I could bring Morgan on, actually. What I haven't done is brought a right winger on, so we'll bring on Cozier Duberry onto that right hand side, and then we can bring Morgan on over on the left hand side instead of Hilton, because Hilton's looking pretty tired already. Connor Johnson's also looking pretty tired, so we'll bring on Harry Clark for him in the 60th minute just to try and keep the pressure up on Aldershot. We are the better team here, but neither team so far has scored. Luke Murphy's looking pretty tired as well now, so we'll make our third and final substitution, bring on Adam Clayton for him. Again, we've definitely been the better team here, although if you look at the XG of either team, neither team's been particularly fantastic by the looks of it. It looks like it's been a pretty dull game, which is fairly well reflected in the amount of highlights we've had, which have been a grand sum of not very many. We will just try and encourage the team for this last sort of 5 minutes we've got left in this game. We could go and just nick one. I say nick one. If we could go and score one, because we've been very comfortable by the looks of it. Clark here with the chance to do so into Thomas, but Aldershot's defender has managed to clear that one, only as far as the Bath City players though, and we have got the ball outside the box. Clark here now with the ball, Clayton outside of the area. Bryan here's into the area now. Bryan with a shot. I think that was saved. It was saved by Shelby. I'm guessing this is a highlight from the resulting corner, not that we saw the corner itself, but we have still got possession and we could try and launch a counter-attack here with about a minute left on the match clock. Alici on the left here, managing to keep hold of it, tackled by the Aldershot defender. We are going to get a throw in and we are going to see it. We've got about 30 seconds left in this match. Clark throwing that one, launching it into the area. It is cleared and again by an Aldershot defender. Clark, poor choice of pass there. Aldershot now do have the ball. They could launch a counter-attack of their own. We've managed to get back pretty quickly to stop them from doing so. And we are going to cut that pass out quite nicely. And that is going to be full time. It's a 0-0 draw against Aldershot in the second match of the episode. Again, it's not a loss. And I guess we need to sort of count these points where we can get them. It is against Aldershot, who are in second place. And it still keeps us within those playoff places. And we still haven't lost a game after 9. Morgan there, getting into the Vanarama National team of the week as well. So that's always nice, having a player in that. We've got a 10-game unbeaten run. Again, quite nice. Can't knock that too much. We've got Newport County coming up next. We've got Boreham Wood coming up next, both of which really we should beat fairly comfortably. Kettering, I think, were promoted last season. Gonna have to double check that fact. Kettering were promoted last season. So again, 22nd place Kettering. Just got back from promotion. You would hope we'd be beating them fairly comfortably. Dulwich Hamlet again 14th. Chorley is probably our next big game, and Port Vale. Those couple of games there maybe are 2 big ones, and we have also got the FA Cup qualifying round. Hopefully we can keep on this decent run of form we're on, keep climbing up the table, or at least staying where we are already. If you have enjoyed today's episode though, please do hit the like button below the video. Really helps out the channel with the YouTube algorithm, and it would be really appreciated. If you haven't already as well, why not subscribe to the channel? It is completely free. If you press the notification bell as well, YouTube will let you know every time we upload anything on the channel. You can continue to follow along with our non-league to legend journey. Until next time though guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you over on episode 19.